Here's another example of factoring a quadratic expression. So this time we want to factor x squared plus 9x minus 10. Okay? And again, the leading coefficient is 1, so it's going to be x plus or minus something times x plus or minus something else. Now, just like before, okay, we want two numbers that multiply to get what? Now be careful here. Here we have blah 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 minus 10, so the two numbers have to multiply to give us minus 10. And they're going to add to what? Well, here we just have blah 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 plus 9x, so they're just going to add to get us the positive 9. Okay. Okay, so we want two numbers that multiply to get negative 10 and add to get positive 9. Now, if the two numbers are going to multiply to give us a negative number, that means one number has to be positive and one number has to be negative. So what we need to do is take 10 and take negative 10 rather, and express it as a product of a positive number and a negative number. So there's a few different ways to do that. So let's come off to the side then and write that. So negative 10 equals negative 1 times 10, or 1 times negative 10, or negative 2 times 5, or 2 times negative 5. Okay, so a few more possibilities to check here. So now all four of these pairs here, negative 1 and 10, 1 and negative 10, negative 2 and 5, 2 and negative 5, of course all these pairs are going to multiply to get negative 10. That's how we found these pairs. Now we just have to find the one of these four pairs that gives us two numbers that add to positive 9. Okay, so how about this one? Negative 1 plus 10 is 9. So yeah, actually we just got pretty lucky there. So the first one we tried gives us 9. Now, most of the time, the first one you try might not be the right one, but just keep trying. Keep going down the list until you find the right one. So for example, these other ones here, 1 and negative 10. So 1 plus negative 10 is 1 minus 10, which is negative 9, which is not what we want because we want positive 9, right? Negative 2 plus 5 is 3. And then 2 plus negative 5 is 2 minus 5, which is negative 3. So the point I want to make here is that there really is only one choice, one correct choice to make. So just keep going down the list until you find that correct choice, and it was this first one here. So the numbers are negative 1 and 10. So if we go back to our thing here, put a negative 1 here, and then positive 10 here. So negative 1, positive 10. So then what we just found out was that x squared plus 9x minus 10, if we factor that, we get x minus 1 times x plus 10.